Hey everyone! In the last video, we learned why some people consider Jain philosophy to be atheistic, even though it is a completely theistic philosophy. Today, we are going to understand another interesting and deep topic, Jain Metaphysics. Have you ever wondered what the real truth of this universe is? And is what we believe to be true really completely true? So, let's understand it. First of all, let's talk about what metaphysics is. It is a field that tries to explain what the true nature of this universe is, why we are here, and what we should believe in. In Jain philosophy, metaphysics means looking at the truth of the world from different perspectives. Now let's talk about an important principle of Jain philosophy, Anekantavad. It means that the truth of any object or event cannot be understood from just one point of view. For example, there is a famous story that we often hear in Jain philosophy. Some blind people were touching an elephant. Now one of these men touches the elephant's belly and says, "It's a huge wall." The second man touches the elephant's trunk and says, "No, it's a python." The third man holds its ear and says, "It's a fan." Then another man touches its leg and says, "It's a pillar." Now, is any one of these people completely right? No, because everyone's experience was different. This is Anekantvad. Truth is one, but there can be many ways to know it. Just as the experience of those blind people was with different parts of the elephant, we too can see the truth with our limited understanding. But everyone can have a different perspective. Now we talk about the principle of Syadvad, which says that any truth cannot be understood in just one way. Syadvad means to say from a certain perspective. This means that what we believe to be true may be correct from one point of view, but from another point of view, it will not be completely true. For example, a person might say that he is a good friend, but the same person can also be a good brother to another. It all depends on what perspective you are looking from. Now, what is the significance of these principles in our lives? When we look at a situation or a person, we draw conclusions only from our own understanding. But Jain philosophy teaches us that we should always think from multiple perspectives. Let's say there is a person who is a father, a son, a brother, and a husband. When we understand this, Anekantvad says that the person is fulfilling all the roles. And Syadvad says that he is a father in relation to his son and a son in relation to his father. Similarly, he is a brother in relation to his sister and a husband in relation to his wife. This means that every person's point of view can be correct. Syadvad helps us to understand that every aspect is true in itself. Now you must be wondering why these principles of philosophy are so important. To understand this, we can look at the different philosophical perspectives on the soul. For example, Buddhist philosophy says that everything is perishable, and Samkhya philosophy considers it to be eternal. Jain philosophy presents the solution to this debate through Anekantvad and Syadvad. Jain philosophy says that the soul has both eternal and non-eternal qualities. This means that the soul is eternal, unchanging, it will never be destroyed. But its state is changeable. Once we were small infants, then we became young, and we will become old, and one day we will leave this present life and get a new life. Now if we look at Buddhism or Samkhya, both of them have different perspectives on the soul. Buddhism considers everything to be non-eternal, meaning that everything is perishable and temporary. If the soul is non-eternal, then penance and meditation become meaningless, because the soul has no permanent existence. On the other hand, according to Samkhya philosophy, the soul is eternal, meaning that there can be no change in the soul. If the soul is eternal, then we cannot change ourselves by penance and meditation, because there can be no change in the soul. But Jain philosophy says that the soul has both qualities, eternal and non-eternal. This means that there is an eternal element within the soul, but it keeps changing every moment of its life. If we practice penance and meditation in this life, then we can bring about a change within our soul, and we will find its fruits in the next life. Because the soul is eternal, its existence will always remain, but our actions and experiences are non-eternal, which change with time. Therefore, according to Jain philosophy, The real fruits of penance and meditation are received in future births because the actions we do today have an impact on our next life. Today we discussed in detail two important principles of Jain philosophy, Anekantavad and Syadvad. Hope you found it helpful to understand these principles. In the next video we will discuss even deeper questions like, what is truth? How did the world come into existence? Is there a God? And what is the soul? If you liked this video and learned something new, then please like and share it so that more people can understand Jain philosophy. And if you want to know about the deeper principles of Jain philosophy, then don't forget to subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video. Till then, Jai Jinendra. May the path of Jinagam be victorious.